this is definitely not the way to Yankuta.
Nope. Okay.
This is not the way.
Okay, that's good. Oh my god.
It might be a bit fun.
See why they don't shout. See why, yeah.
Oh, you put water. Wow. Red
It's called fish young.
Who's going first? I went first.
here. And us. And seeing the sun is setting. Come around here. This is our shower. Toilet. And you can literally see all the way to the bottom, which is kind of scary. And then up here.
Higher. Lower.
chế nọ nó
để non đó nếu nó chắc chỉ hậu không có chỉ xé sầu
nó có cái cái mã này
ừ.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on your rice. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Say goodbye. Bye forever.
Yeah. Knock it.
Oh my god!
cái đấy mẹ tổ sư thôi nó lộc ấy người của nó đi nó
cool. Before we climb. Thanks so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm tired. than 25 mins, which is pretty fast.
Coming on, coming down.
We climbed up that, you can see it. Yeah. Such a beautiful day.